you're going to provide for whatever education that you want to do, if it's in Zimbabwe or outside, you have to see if that's what you want to do. If you want to do mechatronics, then I mean, do mechatronics. You can't force yourself to do something that you don't like because you don't think that you can manage to get what you do want. So I mean, yeah.
Since we're talking about very nice at the very end, it's about doing what you like. Is it not something that you? Many people are taught to be doctors because doctors have job security in Zimbabwe and other stuff like that. What is your take on that? About what is your take on pressure from parents to do jobs that you don't want? And what is your take in doing what you love doing, against as opposed to doing what you think is the best and there's financial security for? If I can have you.
Thank you very much. I'm Zimbabwe. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Now, about pressure from parents, I think it affects us very much because, like, from taking like an example from where I come from, they say you need to be a doctor. No, don't do this, do this. So most of the times, like when you tell them you want to do something, they just say no. Like they don't give you that much support because they want you to become a doctor. They're the ones who forced me also to drop electrical engineering. But then yeah, I had to research more on it and then I decided to take it as a second option. But most of the time, pressure from parents it affects us very much. And sometimes it might be hard for us also, like to take our own path because they are the ones who give us the financial support. They are the ones who tell us what to do. Sometimes they say this is good for you. So I say maybe they need some jobs.
Okay, that's great. Kelly, maybe you can just touch about that. You're saying that it's difficult for us to do what we want when we have our parents are maybe breathing down our necks. What is your take on that? And what do you think is the best way to approach your parents and tell them that me, I want to be maybe was a designer, not a doctor, not an accountant, something like that. And maybe I want to study outside, maybe not as much. You can just keep the question sitting down.
Okay. I think you have to talk to them. You make them understand what you really want to do. And by that, I think they'll understand more of your passions. And I think they'll consider the passions. And then the second thing, you can also like find someone who is really close to them, who will help you to make them understand what you really want. And you tell them that what you really want in life. And I think they understand if you tell them in a nice way.
Okay, that is great. So it's about the nice way or the correct way of telling someone, is it? Don't just say that, okay, I want to drop out of school, I want to do this, and then you're not challenged, you go to your parents with an attitude or something like that. That's not what you want. Okay, sorry for that. Now maybe if you can hear from the lady as well. It's now about creating opportunities for Africans. We have seen that many people now are trying to create opportunities for African students, maybe coming to Africa and doing that. What is your take on that? Do you think creating opportunities for young Africans really is anything of really is it really that important? Does it matter? Or it's just another propaganda push that people want to make money from Africa? Do you think Africans really need opportunities created for them?
Derive from external.
Okay, so I think we'll go back to that issue for now. Now we are about to have a call with Prince. Prince will be able to talk to you about a few things as well. Maybe ACTs, college applications in the United States. And then maybe if you have a few questions as well, so ask him as well. So I think Donald.
Prince, you good?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I'm turning you over to the students. You can take over.
Oh, thank you. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So it's good to see you guys, and thanks to help you guys, to be, at least more pragmatic about what you want to do. And usually, I know that for the most part, you may be discouraged or things like that because of the opportunities that are presented to you. But we are all here to help you guys and make sure that you're successful in anything that you want to achieve. And on the call, I have Samantha. Some of you may know her, but Samantha, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? That's wonderful. Yes, I'm Samantha, and I will be here, and I'll help you guys to learn little things about resumes and CVs today. Can you all hear me?
Oh, great. Samantha, yes.
Okay.
So Samantha is our one of our founding members for EA as well. So she's from here, the United States, and she has extensive knowledge on some of the things that you guys are trying to do, trying to study here as well. So we'll get a chance to hear from her in a few minutes. But I know you have had a good conversation with how many of you have already taken SATs? Do we have anyone that has already done that yet? No? Okay. So I think we have one person who has taken SATs, correct?
Only you take SATs. No, about 4 of us.
Oh, about 4 of you have taken SATs. Do you guys know your SAT scores?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So let me see. Yeah, I know that most of you had average scores, which was good, but we may have to, for a few of you, one or two, we may have to rewrite, which is fine because at least you're getting used to the process, right? But also, what we are trying to do is that after you have taken your SATs, we just don't want to end it there. We want to set up the common application, which is mostly going to open again in July and August. Is that right, Samantha?
Yes.
Samantha, did
They
you
open
do
again in
a
July.
common
Huh?
application? Did you do a common application?
No, I didn't do common application. I just applied directly to the schools.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, so yeah, most of us will try and do a common application. And I want all of you guys to be able to do that. But because I know some of you have indicated that you may not have a strong interest in studying abroad or in the US, but we're also trying to help you to study where you want to study. So I'm guessing all of us here are interested in studying in the US, correct? Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's a good thing. So we are going to work with that, and you guys have a good experience. But before I go into the details of a little bit of SATs and things like that, what I'm going to have us do is, I had your conversations with Ryan in terms of what your parents are allowing you to do, what you want to do, like career stuff. So I want someone to kind of take us through that probably for the next 10 minutes. Over to you, Samantha.
Prince, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
Yes, can you take us through the discussion on different careers and why is that is important, and how someone can start to launch their career. What's the first stepping stone? Can you just take us through what you have prepared for us today?
No problem. Yeah, yeah. Like Prince said, and it's important. As you guys are taking the first step. So the first step right now is being active, and then preparing for your SATs, and setting up mentors and connecting to people to let them know that you're ready to take the next step in your life, right? So it's important when you start applying for schools and looking towards your future for you to latch on to people that can help you and support you to give you, the wisdom that you need. So a lot of people, they don't get to where they are without the mentors and the professors and people like Donald and Ryan to help you out. So I'm thankful for you guys. I'm glad that you guys have took this step, and I really appreciate that. It'll be good for you. So when you're applying for schools and even jobs and other things in your career, in your lifetime, the first thing that you need material is usually a resume. So that's what I'll talk to you about first. A resume is a document that shows your background and your skills and previous things that you have done to help you complete your goals in your future. And it's the first thing that employers and schools look at in the review and the application process before they ask you for an interview. So that's why it's really important that this document is organized and clear. It also should be concise, because a lot of times it's going to be too long. You want it to be about a page, because when we're doing applications, there's tons and tons of applications and resumes that schools are looking at, so they want just you to get right to the point of the things that the skills that you have, so they can see that those things jump out on the page. So, some of the important contents that you need to have in your resume are your contact information, right? So you need your name, your email, and your address and your phone number. So in case the school wants to contact you, they have all that information right there, and it's easily accessible. Also, you want to have your school, any type of education that you have received, and the honors that you received on that. So it's good for them to know. So let them know if you've been on the honor roll and how many years you've been on honor roll or anything, or if you were like the head of your class. Let them know your GPA. That's important thing that schools like to know is your GPA, and you can also put like your SAT score as well. Then if you have work experience, that's a good thing to put on your resume as well. Sometimes you may not have work experience, but if a good substitute for work experience and a good addition to a resume is your community service. Community service is something that schools like to see, because it shows that you are an active participant in your community, which means that you would be more likely to participate in different activities in the university that you choose to go to. So they want people who are students. That's one important thing that some people don't understand. They want people who are academically fit for their university, but also socially and involved in different clubs and activities in their university as well, because these things are also important to your success. Then lastly, important thing you should have on your resume are the different skills that you possess. So, for instance, if you know how to create websites, or you know how to use PowerPoint or Excel really well, these are things that you should add to your resume. Different languages that you know, anything that makes you different from other people. Your resume should be. It should look different than other people's resumes. You should, of course, have some of the things that are the same, but what really highlights your resume are things that are different from other people. Because you can see, oh, this is how I can contribute to your school. This is what I can bring to your school that someone else may not be able to bring. Also, another good thing to have, and sometimes people do or do not have on your resume, is like a statement of your goal. So if you want to be a science major, you would put that I mean, it should be something really general because you're applying for school, but that you want to contribute to, I don't know, contribute to the contribute to the science field by becoming a nurse or whatnot. So you would put that on your resume, but something that's really broad. So yes, that's what your resume should contain. Before I move on, does anyone have any questions about a resume and everything that it should contain, or something that you think have any ideas of something you should put on your resume?
Samantha, before you move on, can I add some things to the resume, if you don't mind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caleb, you can introduce yourself so that the
Yeah.
students
So
can.
I'm Caleb Solomon, or you can call me Caleb Solomon. I'm from Ghana, and I just finished. I did a dual degree with Morehouse and Columbia University, and I just graduated from Columbia. I'm the curriculum person who helps with the curriculum. So with the resume, I want to say that I think I want to highlight everything in terms of went in depth of what everything should contain. But one thing I will also do is I'll try and send a template. I have a template that I'll send to you guys so you guys can look at different structures of resumes, being it so like whatever style you want it to be, you guys can look at it and just model your resume with it as well. So that's one thing I wanted to say. And also, it's not necessary, but if you want to include your hobbies, that's if you want. It's not like something that is, but you want to include. You want to include your hobbies, like you like reading or you like playing, whatever. It's something that you might add to it, but it's not like a critical component. I just want to highlight all the critical components that a resume should entail. So I just wanted to add those two comments. So I'll send the templates to Prince, and Prince will forward those to you by today. Samantha, I'm done. So okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Caleb. So, yeah, like I was saying, I would like you guys to give me an example of something that you would add to your resume. What skill would you add to your resume?
Samantha,
Yes.
can you please repeat the question? I didn't think they got you the last time.
Yes. I was saying, so if you when you're writing your getting ready to write your resume, what is a skill that you possess that you would add to to your resume? What's something that you know how to do that you think that would be important for your university to know?
It was also the other one. If you actually have, if you intend. Right. I think I can program in C++, so that should be something, right?
Yeah, I think that everyone has a skill or a talent. For example, you can say singing, I mean, or maybe public speaking or art or things like that. So I think we can go through the room and everyone can tell us what they do in their, like when you go to school right now, what are some of the activities that you are involved in? So, and everyone has something. So let's hear what you guys think and let's hear some of your talents. So each one of you can give us something. We can start with somebody.
Okay, I think I have a creative mind. I'm also a member of the science club. So I think that is something that is unique about me. I'm able to design a scientific models that social relevance in a scientific base.
Perfect. Perfect. That's a good example that he just gave. Member of the science club, you all want to give a detailed explanation of what you do. So the reason why we're having this discussion with you guys is that when you go back to school, you can, when you go back to school, you know exactly, what you can do at least to contribute to your resume and to building yourself. So you don't want to be that person that just goes to class and learns and then go home. You want to do extracurricular activities. So let's go to the next person. Tell us what you think you can put on your resume.
Okay, I think it's the same, but I'm also in the same club. But I like doing digital electronics. I like to design something which works wirelessly. Like, can I say to reduce. But what I do digital electronics.
Oh, great. If I heard you well, you're saying you're interested in designing something that works wirelessly, more of a technology focus. That's right. Yes. So that's like you have to start doing some things right now to be able to achieve that, right? So those are things that you maybe say, okay, because of that, I'm also working in the science club and we have worked with a few machines and things like that. If we don't have any other comment, we can go to the next person.
Okay, I think I can write that I'm a multi-talented person. I I'm in the arts department, in the commercial department, and even in the science department. In the science department, I'm a system designer, and then in the commercial department, I am a teacher, and I can be a good participator in managing things, environment. And then in the arts department, I am a singer, I'm an actor. I like being creative. So that's what I can say.
That's a broad skill set, and I'm glad you mentioned all that. Keep that up. Next.
Okay, I'm more of a combination of the previous contributions, but I have to add one that's public speaking. I'm a public speaker. I made it last year to the Junior Parliament of Zimbabwe, and then unfortunately we had to step down this year as new parliamentarians were involved. So yeah, public speaking is my other ability.
public speaking. That's and you have to think about these things as you develop your leadership skills. I think everyone should have public speaking skills. So get out there and be more. The next person.
Um, I'm a member of the charity club that is involved like exchange opportunities. We mainly deal with helping orphans and people with environment and making sure that we care for our surroundings and also in the arts department. I think I can do things like painting, I can help others to do things. I think that's
Oh, great. I had the part about your contribution in the art department, and also just to add on, like try to make sure that whatever you are doing as an extracurricular activity at least links to your overall vision or goal in life. For example, if I want to study computer science, I want to become a software engineer, it just makes sense that I would do something like where something that can help you develop in that way. But if you divert to other fields, that's also perfectly fine. Do you have anyone else?
Like the that's easier. Right? But I'm a student and I'm generally a computer science person. Like, yeah, technically. So my thing is computing, programming, anything that's generally technological, like computer systems, how they work, how you do things. But other than that, what I want to do eventually is I want to do cyber security. So that's like internet security, like cyber encryption and stuff. And I kind of do something already because I'm, yeah, like, anyway, other than that, I'm a Toastmaster, so speaking is really important. And I also do interact, which is helping society. We've gone to cleaning up with my school, and we've done some charity work there as well. I also do, I play bridge as well, so yeah. Like that.
Oh, perfect. After this, I'll try to reach out to Ryan so he can give you my phone number. I can show you some of the things that you may need to focus on in terms of learning about computer science and programming, because I'm a computer science major myself. That's what I'm studying in school. So I think it'll be good for you to start on that right now. That's how you can only become competent in the software engineering place. Do you still have anyone else?
Yeah, I'm Julie and I'm also studying computer science and also I think I'm talented in the computer science field because I also program in resources and also spend a lot of time programming in resources so I basically that
Oh, impressive, impressive. Do we have anyone?
um, another I'm a commercial student and I'm a passion student. All in all, like all the out and I carry out classes and connections.
Yeah, I didn't quite get the last part right.
Last class.
Yeah. Like what did you say you were doing?
And then I come to the but in the end, I want to do this passion I wanted to discover what I want to do, but not just a connection
Okay, great. Uh, yeah, like if you haven't really discovered what you want to do, it's good to be involved in a lot of different things. That way you can really say, okay, I've tried arts, I've tried programming stuff, I've tried singing and drama. So you kind of have an idea of how everything works. That's part of what we are trying to do here, to give you guys exposure to a lot of different things. Like if you say you want to be an actual scientist, why do you want to be an actual scientist? Do you understand what that role entails? So those are some of the things that we're trying to help you guys with, so that when you make the decision to pick a college, you know exactly that, okay, if I do this program, it's eventually going to lead me to what I'm trying to achieve. Do you still have anyone else, or we can move on?
Yeah. It's really connected on the way from that and children. Like honestly, it's enough I help children. With very I think we can satisfy them. And also I can write that the things are needed from the home, like the yeah, yeah, yes. Also, I'm a member of the Spiritual Club. So I can say that I can also member and very secretly and like I'm not really spiritual and that I can be a spiritual into other people.
Oh, great. Yeah, yeah, I had you say you're a writer, and I think that's a very great, good thing. Do you still have anyone? That's all of us? Oh, perfect. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Now I'm inspired by you guys. You know, you're doing great things, and that's good because you can put that on your resume. Like what Samantha was saying, the reason why we're having this discussion is, you know, you can be able to reflect on all these things, and when you tell the colleges that you're applying for, they're not just looking for a bright student upstairs, which is, you know, they're not looking for people who are just academically talented, because application, they're looking for people who contribute to their current communities in different ways, in arts, in programming. So all of those things will matter once you start doing your applications in around the August timeframe. So I know you guys are focusing on your local examinations, which is the ZIMSEC, but you guys can go ahead and focus on that. Those that haven't done SATs will, you know, Samantha, is that everything we had?
Yeah, I can go into CVs, but if there's another part we can just go on.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that. For the CV, I think that in the interest of time, we may not be able to really touch on that part. But I think we had a very good discussion on the resume, and the CV is in similar to that. But you guys will also get more information to that because that's a little bit more relevant, you know, in the country that you are in. Caleb, do you have any comments?
Unmute your microphone.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear
Hello?
me? Do you have any comments?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, I was listening to what he was saying, and yeah, I think you're right. You're right on the money because so resume is actually will distinguish you from other African competitors because most African students don't normally add resume to the application. So we telling you this is very critical that you include your resume to the application because I remember when I was applying, I didn't include any resume, so I was very lucky. So I think when having this resume, very having it down packed, and we going through this resume thing is very good that you guys know this so that you can You can add that to your to your application because that would distinguish you from other African students who apply either from or even other international students from Korea or whatever. So it's good that you guys are like doing great things in terms of stuff like being like either leadership roles or your natural skills that you guys have. So it's very good, and I'm very proud of you guys. And also with the cover letter, I don't know if you guys want me to send that, but maybe I'll hold on to that and I'll just send a resume template. Then the next session, after we go through the cover letter, I'll send that one to as well. So you guys can have a look at how cover letters are written and how the structure and everything is like. So
Also, I like.
Thank you. Go ahead, Tommy. Samantha?
hello, Samantha. I see you drop.
I
Oh,
think we
she's
may
leaving.
have lost her. How much time do we have, Ryan?
Hello?
How much time do we have?
I think we have about 3 minutes maybe, so if we just have a good discussion on that and then maybe one question, one last question, then maybe we close on that.
Okay. A question from the kids or
Any question from the guys? Any questions? Imo, it's not sure if one, you just joined us. Any question? Please, just one. Brendan, Leo, Alan, or any contributions or comments that you may have? No questions. No questions from this side, friends.
perfect, perfect. That's good because it shows that we are all on one page. And I'll just give you for those that have written SATs, we are going to look at your scores, and if we think that you may need to rewrite, we are going to reach out to you and we'll inform you. But I don't think we right. So what I'm going to do instead is to make sure that each of you getting an average score that's good for the colleges. So don't worry about that piece. For those that haven't written SATs, our dates are October 3, November 7, December 5, January 23, May 7, and June 4. Meaning, if you want to do after ZimSec, you're probably going to shoot for the November 7 or December 5. So you guys will give us more information on who wants to write. If you guys don't have the financial means, we'll make that available to you. And yeah, I think that should wrap up this session for today. And one of the reasons also why
Prince, let
we,
me add.
yeah, Caleb,
Hello,
go
Prince.
on.
I wanted to add some few comments what you said. For those who, I saw the scores. I think they were pretty good for a first try. It's not, but I think it's great given your circumstances. However, I would love to have those who applied, if maybe you could send the GPA scores to Prince, so that way I can do some research and look at schools that have that average score and also that have GPA tailored to that. So that would be great so that we can match you guys to great schools that give great scholarship and you are highly guaranteed to get it than we shooting for, extremely what a great schools that might not be very like eligible in terms of might be very difficult to get in. So if you could do that, I really appreciate it. I can work on it this weekend in terms of
Yeah, so Caleb
having.
is willing to help us with researching, what college will suit the type of person you are and the academic performance. So that's great.
Exactly.
Samantha, are you back?
Yes, I am.
Any last comments before we close out?
Oh, that's all.
So,
I
thank you
really,
guys.
I was gonna say I really appreciate you guys all coming
And I'm excited for you in applying for schools, and know that you can reach out to any of us in EA if you need help, or to send us your resumes or your letters that you write, or ask us any questions at any time, so we can help you throughout the process.
Perfect. Round of applause, everyone.
Thank you very much, Prince, Sammy, and Caleb for coming up, and then thank you guys as well. I don't know if there's anything. I think it's been a great day, splendid call. Catch you up next time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Thank you. Have a good day.
Cheers, guys.
It's night for us, so I'm going to bed.
All right.